Welcome to the bonus episode. We're partway through our R5 journey and I'm with it none other than the WWT Martin Mead. We're partway through our R5 journey and Canon reached out to me due to my illness and extended my loan of the camera and lenses so that I would be able to add more episodes and this extra bonus, and I'm with it none other than the WWT Martin Mead. It's 20 minutes from my door and one of the best wetland reserves in the country. This is a special episode, sitting in the middle of my Canon series, and it's a slightly different feel to the others. No new lens to test, no new tech to evaluate. Today, this camera, the lenses, you've already seen me use and spend a full day at a place that I love. Welcome back to Turquoise Chronicles. The disclaimer. For anyone new, the R5 Mark II is on loan from Mead to Canon. They're not paying for this and they don't get to see it before it goes live. Now back to the video. If you've not watched the others in the playlist, I highly recommend it. You go and start there. It's in the description below. Otherwise, let's start Martin Mead. If you're a wheelchair user thinking about getting into wildlife photography, then listen to me on this one. Martin Mead is the venue I'd send you to first. It's got flat tarmac paths the whole way around, accessible heights with viewing slots set at your height. The toilets are big enough to get around and easily to change, and in a single afternoon you can photograph wild geese, captive flamingos, otters. There's a gift shop, coffee, food. Also, you get to see all different types of birds, kingfishers, peregrine falcons, buzzards. They've also got Highland cows that have just had calves as well, which hopefully I'll be photographing today. So first stop, one of the hides. This is where the 100 to 500 herdics keep. We're at the Rombeck hide, open to catch the kingfisher. So I'm using the 70 to 200 mil because obviously it's only around about 15 metres as you can see. Now unfortunately the kingfisher didn't show today and there wasn't much activity at the Rombeck, so we're going to pack up and go around the rest of the reserve, hopefully get some good shots of the flamingos going on. So the shutter speed is set to 1/2000 because I want a freeze wing motion. Animal eye detection on, servo autofocus, and it's set at custom mode 1. Same setup I use for Chester Zoo. So switching lenses for the captive collection. The reason the captive birds are close, most of them are within 10 to 15 metres and the 100 to 500 at minimum focus distance is just that too long. So the 70 to 200 here gives me the reach, close focus, the beautiful bokeh behind and the wide aperture for the portrait style shots. Same body, same camera, but a completely different lens choice based on the situation. That flexibility is what a good kit looks like. Honest moments about colour science. Flamingo pink is one of the hardest colours for cameras to render. Some bodies push it to magenta, some push it to salmon. The R5 Mark II out of camera on neutral picture style gets it right. It actually looks like a bird in front of me. That's a small thing that makes a big difference when you're processing 200 frames in one evening. Now to the otters. They are the hardest subject in the captive collection because they literally do not sit still for a second.
going. Thank you.
And the water keeps splashing across the focus point. I'm back on the high plus electronic shutter anomaly detection with the eye detection picks up straight away. It picks the head out of the water spray about 80 to 90% of the time. 20% it grabs a foreground splash but then refocuses very quickly, and to be honest that's pretty fair. There's no way I'd pick out anything faster manually. And the third lens swap, because I'm not going to pretend the 24-70 has nothing to do today. The reed beds at Martin Mead in afternoon light are genuinely beautiful, and its wide lens environment portrait situation, not the bird but where the bird lives. The 24-70 at 35mm are f2.8 with the reed blurred into a wash of gold. That's the kind of shot that doesn't make it into a wildlife portfolio but actually represents the day better than any species shot. Wildlife photography has a problem where everyone shoots the same animal portrait at the same focal length and it all tends to blend together on Instagram. The wider environmental frames, the ones the 24-70 give you, are the ones that tell a viewer where you actually were. Don't ignore them, even if on a day where you've got brought a 100 to 500 specifically for the birds. So the final hour of the day. Last eyed, this is what I've come here. The light is perfect over the mere. The birds are coming in to roost and every focal length I need within reach.
Yeah. Right. Picture a pain in the ass. Yeah. Yeah, please. And like come in, you know, like with the drones, like the shot. Goes far over right. Good out there. But this is where.
Got a jacket on. I'll put just back in. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's alright. Hold on.
Is it down there?
Yeah. Just gotta keep playing. Hands up.
The R5 Mark II, at this point, I've stopped thinking about it. The settings are dialed in. Custom one is doing its job. My custom buttons are where my fingers expect them to be, and the camera has disappeared, which is exactly what a camera should do. It has become second nature very fast. A quick accessibility note before I close. Martin Mead is genuinely one of the good ones. Every hide I went into is chair accessible. Your viewing slots, the new hides are exactly the right height for me to shoot through without contorting. The cafe, so obviously you need something to drink and eat. It is all flat on one level. The toilet blockers are changing places and the staff actually know what accessibility means rather than guessing. If you're a disabled photographer, reading the comments, wondering whether it's worth the trip, then all I can say is a big 100% yes. And if you're also able-bodied ally and you want to support venues that get this right, then yes, the WWT Martin Mead has done the job and done the work right. So that's Martin Mead, breath in the middle of the Canon EOS R5 Mark II series. Like I say, if you have enjoyed this episode, please do hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified for the next episode in the R5 Mark II series, and also help support the channel to allow me and other camera companies to send their cameras for me to review for the disabled community and also the able-bodied community as well. I hope that everyone finds something out of it and takes something away from it. So like I say, if you have enjoyed it, please do hit that like, subscribe button. Please do leave a comment on any places that you find works best for you, or any new places that you think would work well for me to go to for accessibility, wildlife photography, for bird photography, or landscape. In August, I am doing a big tour. We're doing the North Coast 500. So I'll be doing a lot of the landscape work up there. I don't know what camera I'm going to be taking just then. I'll definitely be taking the ON Systems OM1, but I will be asking, I think, Canon for the R5 Mark II back again. With the 24-70, I'm going to ask for a wider one as well, so I can get them long exposures, shots, fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm John. This is Turquoise Chronicles Life in Motion. I want to thank you for watching. Cheers, out.